It's clear. I mean, why is it not orange? She didn't orange, it's slightly orange.
I like to make it pure.
Bloody hell.
Maximum chaos.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the inaugural Lasers and Feelings for Post Sanity Plays. I have with me today Ben.
Hello. How are we all doing?
Bad.
Good.
Oh, well dear.
We have Josh.
Perfect.
Hi.
Great. And we have David with us as well.
The normal one.
So thank you for joining us. At the moment, you're probably all asking yourselves, what the heckins is Lasers and Feelings? Good point, Ben. And
What is this?
I know.
Why are we here? Tell us.
What are we doing here? Let's all leave. Yeah, what is Lasers and Feelings? I suppose it would be nice if somebody told you the rules. And some very clever gentleman has put together a quick 2-minute clip for you, just giving you an idea of how the game's played. So we will have a quick look at that now. So roll VT. So, how do you play Lasers and Feelings? Lasers and Feelings is a one-page role-playing game written by John Harper set in space. We'll be modifying the rules slightly. There are 2 attributes. If players want to make an action happen, they will roll for lasers or feelings. Lasers is science and reason based, feelings is passion and rapport based. Players will roll a 6-sided die to decide if their action succeeds or fails. If they want to roll lasers, they roll under the number. If they want to roll feelings, they roll over the number. But what is the number? Each character has their own number on the dice. This is a representation of their temperament, how sciencey or rational they are, or how emotional and impulsive they are. Each player has already decided which number represents their character, with 2 being very feelings based, 3 somewhat feelings based, 4 somewhat lasers based, and 5 very lasers based. Anytime a character wants to make an action in the world, they need to roll the dice to see if they succeed. 1 dice is given to them for pure luck, but they can have extra dice if they're prepared or an expert in what they're doing. Only 1 dice has to succeed to allow them to complete their action. Roll your number exactly and you have laser feelings. This is a success roll, but you can also ask the Game Master a question. They must answer honestly, however how detailed they decide to be is up to them. And there you have it, everything you need to know about Lasers and Feelings to get you started. Don't worry if you haven't remembered everything, as we'll be recapping the rules as we go. And now back to your handsome Games Master. Right, thank you whoever put together that brilliant video. I suppose we're ready to start. Is everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm always ready.
All right. All right.
Ready.
Time to.
I'm ready.
Alrighty, let's begin. If everybody's sitting comfortably. So we begin a very, very long way into the future. Ben and David, your characters have just arrived at Space Station Aurora. You have arrived on the now retired starship, the USS Colossus. It's a very well-known but unfortunately aging police vessel, which has been around the galaxy for a very long time. And it is due to be dismantled at Space Station Aurora.
And looks nothing like the Burj Khalifa.
Nothing at all. The USS Colossus was a Titan class ship, meaning it held over 1,000 strong when it was full. It's not been full so much recently because obviously people have been aware that it is coming to the end of its life. And this has given a chance for new crew members to join. And this is what both David and Ben's characters have done, have both joined in the last 6 months of the voyage. And unfortunately have not properly met each other, apart from perhaps a passing nod in the corridors. The captain himself has also decided he will be retiring and has requested as many people as will be interested to join him at one of the local bars for a few drinks, which will be on him. So David and Ben's characters find themselves sat at a bar in a pub called the Jolly Roger. They're awaiting a speech from Captain Darcy, and an android has come over to take their order. And the android introduces himself as so. Josh, if I can just tell you what I'd like to hear from you, which is your name, the roles you've chosen, little bit of what you look like, any backstory, and your laser feelings number.
Okay. So my name is R01 underscore hashtag 4N4 a.k.a. Rot and Nan, the very broken, badly reprogrammed android who's ended up at this bar for some reason. You see a tall figure who is weirdly overweight for something that's genuinely a machine.
What? Okay.
You think to yourself,
Is he on a diet?
this is a machine. Who chose that form? Someone did. So my character has technically two characters in one because I like pain. And I have
thanks for that, Josh. Yeah.
Yes, I like to make the GM have pain. So I actually have two numbers for each character. We have Nan, who is the bartender. He speaks like this, somewhere in a kind of 1940s radio presenter, but ever so slightly broken. It's C-3PO, but slightly bitter at your existence. And his role is 5, because clearly a bartender needs a high laser roll. And then you have Rod, who's like he's a medic, and he's kind of like a surfer bro, and he's just like, yeah, man, you weren't there, man, you just didn't see the war. Yeah.
Where's he been surfing?
Space. And his role is 2, because he's a medic, so he goes to feelings.
Well, I am just going to tell you that I had a chat with Josh earlier, and we agreed that he will only change his character once per story. So he's only going to change over once. Obviously, it's down to him to decide.
I thought you said it's down to you to decide.
I can tell you when I think the right point is, but if you don't want to, then I'm cool with that. Yes, so you're going to be starting off as Nan, I believe.
Yes, I am. What a shame for you.
Seeing as you're a bartender in a bar, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So Nan is currently putting together drinks for you. Let's go with David next to introduce his character.
Howdy. My name's Virgil Longshot. I don't just shoot from the hip, I shoot right through the head. But technically, I'm a medic, so I should fix people, but sometimes, bullets go astray, people get hit, I fix them. Yeah, I joined about 6 months ago. I'm pretty good at what I do, and I only have one goal. To be the most awesome doctor ever to be known in the galaxy.
And what's your laser feelings number?
It is free. Because I have to restore balance.
Excellent. I'm going to make you do that accent. If you ever drop it, I'm going to make you pick it back up and say exactly what you've dropped over again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just the way he speaks, man.
Superb. And
big man, I came out of the womb sounding like this. Yo, mama.
now I'm just thinking of what is it? In Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr.'s character.
Oh, just a dude disguised as another dude. Playing a dude.
Like, not a dude.
I believe, David, as you kind of already said, you're a doctor first, but you've also had tendencies towards being a soldier.
Yes, I'm a field medic, if you will, for space.
That's fair. So I suppose we come on to the last character of today, and I blooming love this character. Ben, please
Why did
introduce.
you come to me last? Well, I should be first, surely. I'm quite off, to be fair. Come on.
I apologise.
Whoa, I'm talking now, okay? God, bloody hell.
Are you like the space Piers Morgan?
Who's that? Jesus. I am Sir Julian Bobbington Smythe, and I am a pilot, the best in the whole of the universe. You know. And I'm also an explorer. I just love... Oh, where's my cocktail, waiter? Come on. I haven't made my order yet, but I need my cocktail, okay? Can I have a gin and orange, please?
Dark Stormy for me, please.
Yes. And just to say, I am wearing tweed, and I've got a hat, and I've got my monocle.
Superb.
And I am a laser. My laser feelings number is 4.
Fantastic. Any backstory from you, or is that everything?
My backstory, well, it's a long story, I have to say. I've lived a long life, even though I'm only 32. Funnily enough, I just guessed that, and it's near my own age. But, you know, it's 32. Well, very long life, you know, tough life. You know, not much money, but, you know, mother, father sent me to the best space schools. And, you know, I had a good upbringing. Then I went to space school and, you know, learned to fly. Best pilot now. And, you know, did a bit of exploring on the side. Found a lot of things.
Would you happen to like to tell us your goal yet, or are you not at that point?
Yes, I shall. Because, you know, what I'm really pushing for is I want to start a band. And I'm looking for members. So, you know, you know, my job's coming to an end. You know, I don't need the money anymore. You know, to be fair, I don't need any money. I do it for passion. And, you know, my passion now has moved on to starting a band. So, you know, Nan, you know, what can you do? Can you play an instrument? Apart from...
Maracas?
Just to clarify, I didn't say what my character looked like. So he's got a like a long brown like Lone Strider kind of brown long coat, like leather. But he's got like a little you know, white and red kind of medic symbol there.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. He's got boots.
I love that.
They didn't have cowboy boots, so I just have painted my space boots brown. And added painted on the side like a little spurs. So yeah, and yeah, I've got a revolver by my side.
Ooh.
Space revolver.
Space revolver.
Now this is interesting because I didn't know this.
No,
that's
you do.
okay. That's fine. Please add that to your inventory, by the way, if you have that.
Revolver.
Yes,
And I've got my
absolutely.
trusty little medical bag as well.
Medical bag and space revolver. All right, I'm gonna have to write that down.
I have a cocktail shaker.
No, the gun's in the medi bag.
Oh, okay.
I have a cane.
You have a cane. Why has everyone now decided they have stuff? The captain has taken to the stage you suspect is probably a karaoke stage normally, and has a microphone and is about to give a speech. He says the following.
I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you.
Do you want to sing along?
5,
Hey,
third,
the time of my
No.
life.
That was.
I owe it all to you.
So the captain says the following, and he doesn't sing. He says, "Hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming. I know a lot of you are now had to leave, unfortunately, because you've gone off on other jobs. But the 100 or so of you that are still here, thank you for joining me. I would just like to say I have had a superb time being your captain for the past 25 years. I have obviously come to the end of my working life. I like to say one of my favourite achievements was imprisoning Zargon the Conqueror, one of the biggest scourges to the galaxy. We've also fought off aliens, humans alike, and we've all done it in the name of policing the universe. I want to thank you all very much for that. I have had some interesting news that there are some crews required for other vessels in the recruitment area. So I may suggest going to the recruitment quadrant to give yourself a chance at employment. But for now, please enjoy the free drinks. I've paid for a few each, so obviously get as many as you can whilst it lasts. Thank you very much. And he leaves the stage. And my Australian accent was on point for most of it.
I have to say, your vaguely Australian captain sounds like a right laugh. Bro. What are you saying to them, bro? It's got to be like this a lot.
I'm cool with that. So, you've heard what the captain has to say. He's happy to help you out with a few more drinks. Sounds like he's giving you an option to maybe have a look at the recruitment area of the ship as well. Perhaps there's some adventures going there. Maybe you'll think about going there. Otherwise, we're going to have a very slow day.
No more dark stories. We're going straight to the hot stuff.
You look like you could use one. You know, that's totally not on, bro. You gotta be better to the customers.
I don't know if they'd be ordering these from you.
I'm still shaking something. I don't know what. So there's a cup at this stage.
Did I even get my dark and stormy yet? What the hell, man?
I think it's canon, Josh, that there's nothing in that shaker.
There was never anything in the shaker. It was always empty.
Can I get someone else?
In fact, Nan, the proprietor of this particular bar called the Jolly Roger, comes over and says, Nan, what are you doing? You're not even serving the customers properly. What's going on? What's wrong with you?
I'm fed up with all these Australians.
Do you know what, Nan? That's it. You're fired.
Bloody hell, oh golly.
You know, that's totally not cool, brah.
I'm kicking you out, Nan, I'm afraid. I've had enough of you and your broness. Out you go.
I tell you what, man.
F*** you.
Nan, I'm afraid it looks like you are out of the job.
How convenient for the plot.
Exactly, I know. It's almost like I thought that up exactly at that moment.
Yeah.
And of course, your two new friends here also do not currently have jobs either. Perhaps
We are not.
There's something. Perhaps there's a way that the three of you can go and find.
Before I leave, can I malfunction liquid into the cup and throw it in his face?
You may absolutely do that. In fact, hold on a second.
Oh,
I want you to roll for feelings, please. Your first roll, you need to roll a 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah, go for
it.
I look forward to you explaining how this goes wrong. Such a basic thing. Okay. It's a 1.
Oh God!
I'll explain it for you.
I told you, but it's not rolling well.
I'll explain this one for you, Josh. You put a cup down to wherever you are hoping to pour out a liquid, and it comes out somewhere completely different, and unfortunately does go all over the floor.
Tripping up several attendees, I hope.
Absolutely, yes. Several lawsuits, but fortunately not for you for the bar.
So I scarper out because I'm now being chased by several rowdy men. And in apparently who is now Stewie. He's quite enjoying himself.
Really? It's basically my voice.
I know.
Bloody hell.
The faux British, faux American accent of Stewie.
That was ruddy unacceptable. What's going on, bartender? You know.
I'm still shaking.
Not even in the bar.
Tick at this stage.
So you have an option to go to the recruitment centre, which is just a short walk away from where you are at the moment, which is the bar and restaurant area.
Direction.
Of course you do. That would make total sense.
What am I looking at?
You've gone to the market. Which is
sounds like a place that Nan would like to go.
Also a place I wasn't expecting you to go to yet, but I suppose you're there if you want to have a look around.
I'm going to follow him.
Oh my god.
It's fine. I'm recruiting. I'm like, I gotta get the.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna
He's doing the job. He'll catch up to us later.
Superb.
I don't need much.
Well,
I'm gonna
okay.
find out some shit. I'm fine.
Okay,
I
Virgil.
want to buy some stuff. Come on.
Yep. I'm going to go with Virgil first because otherwise this won't work. So, Virgil, we're following you. Virgil, you get to the recruitment area. The first person you come across is a man. He is a rather large and portly round the middle, with blue skin, and he looks rather panicked. And he is sat down on a table with a sign above him saying, "Crew required." Would you like to go and talk to him?
Howdy.
Hello, mate. You all right?
Yeah. Are you looking for crew?
Yes, I am. You can probably tell I'm a little panicked, a little worried. I'm afraid to say that my child has been stolen. My name's Ray, by the way. Very good to meet you. Your name is
Virgil.
Virgil. Good to meet you, sir. I woke up one night and at my home and realised there were some lights outside. Went out to see what it was, and I saw these horrible creatures stealing away my child. I managed. You're very kind, sir. You're very kind.
Was it after 24 hours?
We are now into the 48-hour window. I have gone to the police, but they say they can't help. They're too busy. So I'm basically looking for anybody who will be able to help me. So
How much does it pay?
we are going into the thousands. We are talking three or 4,000 credits here.
I accept.
Superb. I like it. Well, let me give you some details, and then I'll introduce you
I don't
to.
need details. Just tell me where to go and who to shoot and who to heal. I'm a doctor as well, by the way. I know that doesn't come across, but look.
Of course, it's so obvious now. Well, let me at least introduce you to the captain of the ship that will be taking you there. I've already employed my friend here, Captain Madge, and Captain Madge himself walks forward in front of you and says, "Hello, old chap. Good to see you. My name is Captain Ryan Madge. I am the captain." I don't know if you've seen my brother recently.
The maker.
Go on.
Yes, I am the captain of the USS Raptor. It's a little scout ship that should be able to get us to the craft that we are trying to get to, enemy craft, quite quickly. We've been fortunate enough that Ray here was able to get a tracker beacon onto the ship, so we just about know where it is. We just have to get there and deal with it. So. Yes, we're sort of at a point where we're almost ready to go. To be honest, I think we're going to need a couple more crew members. Do you have anyone you might be able to ask to maybe help you in this endeavour?
No.
Can you think of anyone?
You just need like cannon fodder because I can find that.
We definitely need cannon fodder. Yes, let's find some of those.
I know the two perfect people for this. One second.
Superb.
Make my way to the market because I saw that idiot robot go that way.
Fantastic. All right, so we cut to the market.
I'm looking for somewhere to buy alcohol.
That's so ironic.
You were just in the bar and restaurant
I
quadrant.
got fired. I don't necessarily. I want, if there's like pure ethanol or something, I'll take that. I'm a robot. I could take that.
Well, let me tell you what there is. There are four main shopping areas. There's an armory area, a medical supplies area, a repairs area, and then a miscellaneous area. You will probably find some ethanol in the repairs area, I would suspect, if you want to go and have a look.
I go, no.
And Bov, what would you like to do?
Well, I would follow this robot chap, but I Look, I need to find people for my band, so wherever could I talk to a local market stall?
You absolutely can. There's these stalls are run by two men named Griff and Smith. Looks like Griff is on duty today, and he comes forward to speak to you, Ben.
Hello.
Hello there, sir. How can I help you today? He seems like the sort of man who could definitely swindle you out some money, but he does seem to have some pretty good wares.
Well, hello, sir. How's your day been so far?
Yes, very good, sir. Very good. Yes,
Right, good to hear.
Excellent. Yes. So, is there anything in particular I can get for you?
Well, I'm actually weird request. I'm actually looking for some band members.
Oh, right. Yes. Good.
Yeah,
yes.
I've got good money. So I'm practically, I've got, loads of money.
I'm glad to hear it. And his hands are ringing with the sound of "I've got loads of money." He's loving that. I'm glad to hear it, but I have a lot to sell, sir. So if there's anything in particular you would like.
I mean, I don't know. I need a band member.
A band member?
Something that would play a musical instrument without a person. That would be good.
I may be able to find a band member at some point. Now, I'm actually going to stop there as Virgil comes running in and just behind...
I wanted to do some things.
I'll come back to you. You wanted to do some things, did you?
Oh, yes.
Nan, we drop...
Chaos.
Nan, we drop over to you. What would you like to do?
So I'm going to go and talk to whoever's selling ethanol.
What happens at this point is that Sir Julian, you see Griff descend into the floor, and then all of a sudden he appears next to you, Nan, and says, "Yes, sir. I heard you muttering something about some ethanol.
I would like to buy some.
We absolutely have that. Yes." Yes, of course. Excellent accent. Yes, of course, we can show you. At this particular point, this is where I'm now going to allow Virgil to come in, and I believe he's going to be trying to round you up. Captain Madge is also actually following behind you, Virgil. This is the moment where the three of you are actually going to meet back up again, and Captain Madge is just coming in as well, and he looks like he's about to tell you something. No, bad. Virgil, I will hand over to you in regards to what you would like to do next.
I grab Posh Boy by the scruff of his neck. I grab the robots by whatever wires are poking out of him.
I'm a f***ing robot. I resist.
Don't touch me.
He's going to resist. Okay,
Okay, Virgil, this is going to be your first roll.
Okay.
I think this is I'm going to push towards a feelings roll here, so we want 3 or above.
Okay. I got a 2.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like Virgil. What happens is you try to grab him and he just puts a fist out and pushes you away. At this point, luckily, Captain Madge has actually come around the 3 of you anyway. Even though obviously Nan, you are slightly away from the group, you're able to hear this too. Captain Madge says, "Guys, yes, I take it this is the crew."
You mean the cannon for it? Yes, this is them.
Oh, good. I'm so pleased. Happy to meet you. My name is Captain Madge, Captain Ryan Madge, and I'm captain of the SS Raptor. Now, I actually have a few coins for you here, a couple of credits which Ray has given me just to allow you to procure a few little things in the market, just so you're ready for our voyage. So I'm going to hand them over to this trustworthy Virgil here. Here you go, sir. Here you go. And he hands you over just enough that each of you will be able to buy 1 item within the market.
Oh, it's too late. I've already nicked that ethanol and I'm about to run.
There's going to be a roll in just a second for that. Just before that happens, Captain Madge says, "I'm just going to fuel up the ship, and which is downstairs in the space dock. So I'll meet you all there in a few minutes. get what you need, and then I'll see you there. Just to make you aware, I have some small stun and kill laser pistols in the ship that I'm happy to lend out. So at least that's something you'll have with you. And he leaves. And Nan, I want you to roll for the fact that you're going to try and nick some ethanol from this very nice Mr. Griff. Let's make this. How are you coming at this? Is this just you want to drink, or is it you coming at this from a very mechanical, this is going to help my robotics?
Oh, this is definitely going to... there is a plan for this.
Superb. All right.
Some
well,
of it may involve drinking, most of it not.
I'm going to make that a lasers roll, so 5 or under for Nan.
5.
Ooh.
Superb. A laser feelings from Nan there. Nan, you get to ask me a question.
It's very early for a question.
Yeah, I know.
What is the best way for me to escape the market and get to the ship without anyone chasing me when I arrive at the ship? That's what I want to ask.
There are a couple of grates in the floor. As you're an android, I would say no humans would normally be able to go through these, but as an android, you would be able to drop into these grates, and you would probably be completely unnoticed in there. And from there, there is a path which will get you down to the space dock.
I do that then.
Nan, you absolutely steal that ethanol, and it's a rather big bottle of ethanol. Griff has basically just turned around for a moment, thinking you might want more than one bottle, and he turns back and he's like, "Where's it gone? Where what the heckins has happened here?"
Turns out I'm a stealthy motherfucker.
Absolutely. But he realizes there are still a couple of customers. He notices, Virgil, that you have some credits in your hand, and he turns to both you and to Bov to see if you are interested in any of his wares.
Do you have a cowboy hat?
Yes, of course we have a cowboy hat. He again descends into the floor, and then over at the miscellaneous section, which is actually on the other side of where you were, he ascends almost immediately, and he says, "Over here we have a very nice selection of cowboy hats. What colour were you looking for, sir?"
I'm asking, does they have night vision?
Night vision cowboy hats.
Just whenever I need it. In case, any attack, electrics go down, lights go off. I'm still a killer machine.
Let's turn this into a roll, because I do not know yet whether it has laser vision, because that's technically not usually a thing. Let's make it a lasers roll for you, Virgil. 3 or under. If it's a 3 or under, it has night vision. If it's over, it doesn't.
Is a 3.
Fantastic, and that's a laser feelings.
We are
Superb.
bossing this market.
So you have a question if you'd like to ask one.
Does it have night vision?
Okay, seeing as I was already going to answer that question, I'm going to say, yes, sir, it absolutely has night vision. In fact, it also has some portable lights on the top as well, just in case you're in any area where it is particularly dark, but you don't want to use the night vision.
Hold on. I want one of these as well.
So, Bov, you would like a cowboy hat too?
Sir Julian would like one as well.
Do you have a dunce hat?
Dunce. Yes, we do actually have one dunce hat.
Perfect.
I
I
want one
control
of
the
those
money,
as well.
he's getting it.
I would love one of those.
Okay, right, so...
I'll take one. Does that have night vision?
It does, absolutely, yes.
Oh, fantastic.
So, Virgil, you take a cowboy hat, and Bov, you have a dunce hat. Both of them have night vision, and Virgil, yours also has some lights on it as well, allowing you to see if you don't want to use that night vision. Okay, excellent. That pretty much concludes everything that you can do at the market. Would you like to go to the space dock?
I've not agreed to anything here.
Well, right now I'm in a tunnel somewhere.
I've already started dragging, posh boy.
Super. You enter an elevator, which is going to drop you down into the space dock area. The doors close, and you hear that weird music that happens.
What am I doing here?
And the doors open, and you are in a very, very busy space dock. You have actually in front of you the USS Colossus, which of course is an enormous ship. At this exact moment, Nan is going to hopefully drop out of the vent right in front of you.
Like, they're after me.
Exactly. This is exactly what is going to happen. You're going to drop out of the vent, but Nan, you are actually quite high up, so I would like you to make me a lasers roll as to whether you are. Nan, please make me a lasers roll to see how whether you're able to survive this fall.
There he is.
It's a 2. Nan, you tell me how you drop out of the vent.
I go, what? And just like out of a cartoon, I drop vertically straight downwards, but my incredibly strong servo piston legs mean that I stop, just dead stop, just, and then I'm just there like, they're after me, and I start running again, looking for somewhere to escape, even though no one's chasing me.
And then you see a small scout-sized ship, which has the doors open. You run straight in there. Luckily, it is the ship that Captain Madge is in charge of, the SS Raptor. And he beckons over both Virgil and Sir Julian, and you enter the ship. Madge is there, and he says, "Hello, gentlemen. It's good to see you again. We are all fueled up, and we are pretty much ready to go."
Excuse me. Who's piloting the ship here?
Well, what an interesting question. Let's spend a long time. No, actually, we really do need to go.
I think it should be me.
Well,
it should be me. I'm the best. It should be me.
I'm pleased to hear this. But right now, the computer can actually pilot the ship.
I don't trust computers. No, I like to fly manually all the time. Okay?
Well,
no, I don't know why you're laughing.
Maximum chaos.
Okay?
Yeah, if you would like to fly manually, of course. It sounds like you're an amazing pilot.
Ruddy good.
Excellent. Well, let's move to the bridge. Now, first of all, just to give you a quick description of the ship you're on, it is a silver and orange ship. It has been somewhat well maintained. Looks nice, at least from the outside. Maybe a little bit less so on the inside.
Dreadful ship. Ugh, dreadful.
You've just come through the entrance and docking area. And Madge starts to show you around very quickly. You have right next to that, you have a ladder which goes both up and down, and that is the laser turrets. They have to be manned. You have, just so you walk forward a little more, on your left-hand side, you have an engineering bay where the ship's core is. The right-hand side, you have a medical bay with a bed, just the one bed, in case anybody is injured. A bit further forward, again on the left-hand side, you have a sleeping quarters. There are currently 4 rooms there, but there is room to expand if needs be. And on the right-hand side, you have a small cafeteria that has a food replicator and a fully stocked bar. And last of all, you come to the front of the ship, which is a bridge. Which, of course, is where it sounds like Bov will be piloting the ship out.
Of course, it should be.
Superb.
Now, before I fly, I always have a drink. So I'm going to need a drink.
Okay.
I need my gin and orange.
Is anyone here perhaps I don't know well versed in making drinks, in bartending, in anything like that? That would be wonderful, because my drinks are not very good.
I used to be a bartender, but then I took an arrow to the knee.
I would trust them to make you drinks. I would just say.
Nan, that sounds amazing. Well, if you'd like to fix us up all a drink, we'd be very interested. This is going to be a long flight.
None of you don't need drinks. It's just me.
I take my giant bottle of ethanol, whose actual size we've yet to determine, over to the bar.
Colossus.
Plonk it down. What do I see in the minibar?
It is not just a mini bar. We are talking about a full
bar.
We're talking about a full bar. It has a lot of different drinks in it. Pretty much anything you can think of. Nan, you begin mixing some drinks, and I am going to ask you to roll a lasers, I think, to determine the quality.
Okay, good luck, everyone.
God.
Come on, 6.
You didn't.
It's not.
It's a 6.
I can't move the camera to show you, but it's a freaking 6. Maximum chaos.
Well,
God.
I mean, let's put it this way: the ethanol was used. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to make you describe what you do to these drinks, Nan.
Okay. What kind of glasses have I got available to me? I want to find.
Oh, you have got an array of glasses. You've got some.
I think I'm basically doing Bob, but with a very high voice instead.
That's the third voice we've had for Nan, by the way.
Nan's a broken man.
He's not a man at all.
That's why he's broken. Nan's looking for the biggest glass possible available.
There are some fish bowls. How does that sound?
That sounds perfect. Nan's going to take a fish bowl. Who wanted to drink? It was Bob wanted to drink before he flies. This is going to go well.
And I prefer Sir Julian.
Sir Julian.
I don't prefer, I insist.
Nan takes the fish bowl and sets it on the table and is looking across all of the bar and looking at all the possible options and starts picking one option and pours that in and picks another option, pours that in.
I mean,
Another
it's a gin
option.
and orange.
Pours that
It's a
in.
gin and orange.
Picks up the ethanol. Pours some in. Picks it up, shakes it. It goes all over the bar.
It's a fish bowl, man.
It goes all over the bar.
I'm gonna give you that. There's about a third of it left by the time you finish shaking.
It's well mixed. You'll give him that. And then he takes a bit of orange and puts it in. At this stage, he's managed to unmix it all, and it's just ethanol and one bit of orange.
So, Sir Julian, would you like to take a sip?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Thank you, Nan.
Cheers.
Oh, it's clear. I mean, why is it orange? Gin and orange is slightly orange.
Oh, I like to make it pure.
I'll tell you what. Righty hell. What did you put in here?
Julian, I am going to make you roll for that. That is a feelings roll if ever I've seen one. Please roll. Please roll for feelings.
I think that's bad for me, yeah?
Sir Julian, you are not feeling well at all, I'm afraid.
Bro, what did you do, bro?
Oh my god!
There is luckily a medical bay nearby. You may perhaps want to take a lie down for a few minutes.
Fine, guys, I can fly. Fine on this. Fine. Okay, look, I have more.
Oh.
Okay, if you want to fly, you can
Someone
fly.
can bloody fly.
Now,
I've got to find band members.
Superb. Well, okay. I think in that case it might be time to get underway. So Captain Madge says, "Right,
we
lads,
make it out the dock with a very drunk pilot. Just crash and burn into the side of the Colossus."
Right, gentlemen, I'm going to give you a quick run through of the plan, and then we're going to trust in Sir Julian here to get us out and take us over to the enemy ship. So, as I say, they actually have a beacon, so we know exactly where they are, which is superb. What I want to do is get us up to light speed, get us across the star system, and that should get us pretty close to where we want to be. Now, from there,
I don't like going into light speed.
Okay, it will take us a few weeks.
A few weeks?
About 100,000 years to get to the other side.
This is quite a fast ship, luckily. But once we get there, normally this is quite a fast ship. So when we arrive, we are going to need to disable their engines, as they actually are a slightly faster ship than ours, surprisingly. So we will need to disable their engines to be able to dock. And I'm sorry to say this, and I don't like to, but I suspect we'll probably have to kill the occupants. I truly hate to. I'm glad to hear it, but I truly hate to do it myself. I abhor violence, but obviously the child in this case is of the utmost importance.
I never heard about the child. Neither did Bob, to be fair.
A quick rundown. If Virgil hasn't mentioned, unfortunately, our friend and benefactor Ray, unfortunately, had a child stolen from his house. We believe
Probably
not.
did.
We've had signs that he might be alive, but obviously we'll find out when we get there, I suppose. Hopes and prayers with him at this time.
Dead.
He's definitely dead.
We never know. He's probably dead, but there's hope.
There you go. There is hope. There is hope. I'm so pleased to hear you say that.
Probably.
Right, gentlemen. I think it is time that we leave. So, Bob, if you would like to come to the bridge, the rest of you, I suggest you take your seats.
No, it's a rally
I'm
dreadful.
a f***ing robot. I stand.
Okay. Bob, you are taking us out of the hangar. I did not originally plan for you to roll for this, but you are going to roll for this as a very drunk and slightly poorly man. A lasers roll, please. That's 4 and below.
I kill you.
3.
Hey! Bob, you're certainly swaying the ship. It's swaying with you, which is quite nice. So as you're feeling, you should go slightly to one side. The ship is doing so as well.
Have some more drink.
Have some more, absolutely, because that will make you fly better.
Every time you drift, just drink a bit to correct it.
There you go. And
That does the trick,
You do get out of the space hangar
Somehow.
And you are at a point where you are ready to engage lightspeed. Captain Madge has put in the coordinates for you. Sir Julian, would you like to engage lightspeed?
Not really, but if we have to.
I think so. So Julian, if you can give us a countdown to lightspeed, I want to see everybody shaking in their seats.
10.
I'm stood up.
10? Start from 3, man.
5. 2.
Probably really recommend you
1.
sit down.
Go.
Superb. Everybody's shaking in their seats, apart from Nan, who at this exact moment in time realizes that what happens when lightspeed engages is the ship's engines are not actually able to keep gravity at the same time, which is why you probably should have taken your seat, because you immediately lift off the floor and smash straight into the back of the ship.
No,
and I want you to take...
I'm a surfer, bro. I'm surfing that space.
You are for a few milliseconds surfing that space until you
Surely we'll roll on that. Surely you should roll.
Yeah.
You are
for
exactly
surfing?
right. I tell you what. I will allow you to roll for this. Do me a feelings roll,
Which is
just 5 or above.
5 or above.
Good luck.
Come on, 6. Oh, it's gone under a thing. It's a 4.
Oh.
Okay, so I will allow you a moment. I will allow you a moment where you are surfing, but I'm afraid you have absolutely got it right. You have smashed straight into the back. You are now coming out of lightspeed. You are now coming out of lightspeed. You stop almost perfectly, and just in front of you there is. Yes, that is a good point. Nan, you do indeed fly forward again as you come out of lightspeed. Fortunately, there's no need to roll on this occasion because you have enough roof in front of you that you're not going to hit anything. But you come out of lightspeed and you see in front of you it has gone dark because there's a shadow on you of the ship that you have come into contact with. The ship itself is silver with a few orange accents around it.
Just like my drink.
Can I get another one?
Of course.
I'm more than happy for you to make another one. Nan, you do make him another drink. Bob,
cleaner on the
enjoy. A cleaner?
He's spilling all the fucking ethanol.
I'm imagining there is a cleaner, and the cleaner looks exactly like Nunu from the Teletubbies. So, just going around and...
That will be it forever in my nightmares.
The ship that you have come up upon is most certainly the ship you were looking for. It has a long back to it, a long thin back, and then to the front it is a much larger area where likely the majority of the rooms are. The computer actually gives you some quick information in regards to the ship itself. They say, enemy ship ahead, medium-sized vessel, standard atmosphere, breathable air. They're also arming torpedoes.
Bloody hell.
Captain Madge absolutely agrees with you. He says, yes, Sir Julian, you are absolutely right. This is very worrying. I didn't actually know that they had weapons, but I suppose we need to deal with this.
Don't worry, I'm an expert pilot. You know, I'm getting another drink, but it's fine. I can pilot us out of this. No problem.
That's exactly what I want to hear. But just in case you maybe aren't the greatest pilot we've ever seen.
I'm the greatest pilot.
Of course, I would never say anything else. But what I think we should do is try and disable the weapons as well as the engines. Now, as you entered, you will have seen we do actually have two gunner positions, work sort of like laser turrets. Yes, it would be good if we could obviously fire back and try to disable.
Firing!
I love your enthusiasm, Virgil. This is superb. I will, of course, you can take one of the gunner positions. There's another one spare. Also, I take it, Sir Julian, you would like to pilot the ship at this time.
Of course. That's all I do.
And Nan, I'm more than happy to do either, but we need either another man to take over the other gun turret, or we may need some engineering work. Unfortunately, the shields on this ship aren't particularly good, and there's a small chance of the ship exploding. So we may need some maintenance as we go along.
Excuse me, are you asking
yes.
me to interface with your ship? I don't feel it's appropriate.
Well, yes, I sort of see what you mean. I'm happy for you to pick the guns if you so wish.
Ask its permission.
Can I just say that, you know, I'm a professional pilot and, you know, I didn't want to be on this trip, so I think you should cooperate.
What is this trip? I'm a fugitive from the law.
Well, Nan, as a fugitive, then I can't believe we have a fugitive on board. My goodness, we're going to get into serious trouble here. But for now, at least at least that's something. At least that's something. I take it you've known each other for a very long time. It sounds like he's a nice chap.
We go back a long time. You know, we met, space school.
Space school, of course. An android. Hold on. An android went to space school. Hold on a second.
He was he was more my butler.
Oh, I see. Oh, right. That makes a lot more sense.
I don't know who any of
Can
these
I fire the
people
guns
are.
now so we don't die?
Yes, please. Just before that happens, as I say, torpedoes are being armed. Nan, you have a choice here. You can take either the second gun gun laser turret, or you can take on engineering. Madge does not mind which one you do. He will do the other.
I guess I'll interface with your ship then.
Right, excellent. Nan, you go down to the engineering bay. There's some bits and bobs down there that you can use to repair the ship. I will get into the other turret and we'll begin firing. This is the point where I would like you all to roll for initiative.
Oh.
This is a very simple mechanic that I've actually borrowed from Dungeons & Dragons. Everyone will roll a d6 or a standard dice, as it is known to most people. The person who rolls highest gets to go first. The person who rolls lowest goes last. If two people roll the same, they get to choose who goes first, who goes second. So if you can each roll a dice for me, I'm going to roll for Madge as well. And tell me your numbers.
Oh no. 1 dice.
2.
4.
Virgil with a 4. I love that. Right. Madge has rolled a 3, so he will be going second.
It's good that our pilot gets to go last.
Absolutely.
Quick, move the ship out the way of the torpedoes.
That's going to be fine. Luckily, the torpedo hasn't fired yet, but it is just about to. We're going to go over to Virgil, who's going to start us off. You have 3 areas to aim for. There is the engines at the back. You also have a laser turret, automatic laser turret that they're going to be firing from, and you have the torpedoes at the bottom. What would you like to aim for?
The torpedoes!
Not torpedoes! Superb.
Torpedoes.
Now, how would you say, as a soldier, you dealt with things? Are you very much more on the side of being stoic and ready for battle, or are you very much on the side of running and gunning?
Run and gun!
Oh, I'm so pleased you said that. Let's do a feelings roll.
I got a 4.
So that is a success. You do hit the torpedoes. Do you want to tell me what happens?
I fire the torpedoes and it's like, ugh. And I just do the eyebrows that guys and just like, next.
Superb. You hear Madge in the background go, "Nice shot, sir."
Not much of a long shot. Ha.
Madge is going to go next. Now you have disabled the torpedoes, so that's fantastic. You do realise, though, that the lasers are powering up, and Madge is actually going to take a shot at the engines as he is worried that the ship might get away. So he is going to fire a lasers roll. And I got a 6, so that is definitely not a hit. He completely misses, and he's obviously full of excuses and says, "Oh goodness, I haven't used this in a while. I'm just
Glad you
getting used
didn't
to
fly.
things." Yes,
You
absolutely.
suck.
Yes. We're going to pop down to Nan now. Luckily, the ship hasn't been hit with anything yet, Nan. But you realise that if you interface with the computer, you may well be able to help out your friends and colleagues. There's a possibility that you could improve one of the laser turrets, or you may even be able to help with piloting the ship. What would you like to do?
I guess because he's next in order, I shall help Sir Julian with his flying and give us like an engine boost or something to try and keep up should the ship run.
That I think
really
is
needed
an
help.
excellent idea. Of course, Bov does not need any help, but you're going to give
go
it to
on.
him anyway. Please roll me a lasers dice.
Are you
facing
sure?
with the ship.
It feels like
Yes.
a feelings roll.
Would you like a feelings roll?
I'm interfacing with the ship and a big bottle of ethanol.
Go on, let's make it a feelings.
It's a 1.
Yes,
no.
Nan. If anything, you've made things worse, Nan, I'm afraid.
That's what I was hoping for.
You certainly see, unfortunately, turn off a couple of systems. And perhaps
I'm a fucking bartender. What do you expect?
perhaps you can make it up to Julian later by making him another drink.
No time like the present.
Sir Julian Bovington Smythe, we come over to you.
Yes, sir.
You have noticed that there are lasers about to be fired on this ship. You will need to do something about it. What would you like to do?
Well, it's rather scary right now, so I think we should fly very close to the ship. I think that's the safest option.
You want to fly close to the ship with the guns?
But maybe underneath, because it's
I
going to be
like
weak
it.
underneath.
I like your thinking. Now, the torpedoes were underneath and the laser turret was on top. It sounds like you're very much going with a clever idea here, a ruse, if you will. Yes, I think that's a lasers roll.
I dropped it on the floor.
Of course you did.
Can he be
I got a
prepared
I
because
got a
he's
4.
proficient?
You got a 4.
I got a 4.
Blimey, well done.
Is that a laser feeling?
That is a laser feelings for you,
Hey.
Sir Julian. First of all, I will say that you must be a good pilot because you perfectly put the ship underneath and just actually behind the enemy vessel, which means that the gunners are still able to get off a shot at the engines, which is what they're mainly aiming for. You also have a question you're allowed to ask me.
Thank you. So much so my middle name is Precise. So that would make sense.
So just
a question.
just to confirm, sorry, I believe Nan
Sir
is about
Julian
to say
Precise
it.
Bovington Smythe. I don't know why you're laughing.
That's canon. That's happened now. That is a thing.
Now,
I'm not
question.
letting you change it. Yes.
Is there some weaknesses on the ship that we're attacking?
The weaknesses really are what you're aiming at already. The main goal is you want to get to a point where the ship is stop dead and not attacking you. So the points you want to be attacking, you're already doing, which is the engines and the lasers. Once those are down, you'll be able to board the ship, no problem. All right, I'm going to go back through the list. We are back to Virgil, who is on one of the turrets. You are currently able to... I'll tell you what, let's say that Julian has now pulled back slightly and you do have a shot either on the laser turret, which again is starting to power up, or on the engines. What would you like to fire at?
I would like to go pew-pew at the engines, please.
Pew pew at the engines. That to me sounds like a feelings roll. I'm loving pew pew at the engines. Roll me for feelings.
Okay. I got a 6.
That is a hit. Superb. The engines power down. Sir Julian, you realise that you're having to throttle back because...
Bloody hell! Oh my God.
Because if you don't, you will hit the ship in front. But there are still some lasers aiming at the ship. So we will go on to Madge, who is about to try and fire at those lasers, and misses. I'm really out of sorts with these sorts of things.
I'll let your excuses, man.
Well, I do apologise. I'm very sorry. He does miss, I'm afraid, but we go on to Nan. Again, surprisingly, we haven't been hit by the ship yet. You are at a point where, in fact, Nan, you have been able to interface enough that you would actually be able to fire one of the laser turrets if you so wished, or if you prefer, you can help one of your colleagues.
Well, you see, I'm thinking ahead, and I want to try and work out a plan of attack to get us into the ship. So I fire at the hull of the ship, trying to blow a hole in it. It's a logical plan. I feel like that's a laser roll.
I'm not having that. That is a feelings roll if ever I heard one. You are not. That is.
No.
I mean, I have heard some terrible plans in my time. It's logical.
I told you
We need to get in somehow.
Oh, it will be.
I mean, it's not like there's a massive.
Fucking bartender. What do you expect?
Okay. Nan, you are. You take control of Captain Madge's laser turret, and so it's so true. And you target at the whole of the ship, which is fine. And you are going to roll for feelings.
Come on, 6. It's a 4.
I'm genuinely pleased about that. You do actually manage to fire at the hull, but you realise that it's shielded. Sir Julian, you have lasers that have actually fired out the ship. They are coming straight for you. What are you going to do? Perhaps evasive manoeuvres are in order.
I think, you know what I think? Whenever I'm being shot at, you know my first thing? Barrel roll.
Is this a move you've done many times before, or is it something you're doing from your gut?
I mean, hundreds.
Hundreds. I'm going to make this a lasers, I
it
think.
might not be.
Might not be hundreds. It's hundreds,
Wow.
but it's not hundreds, is what we're saying.
Hundreds, but not, it's hard to count.
I'm going to make this a lasers roll, seeing as you're doing something that's technically quite difficult.
2.
That is a lasers. You have hit. The barrel roll is performed almost perfectly. The laser hits one of the wings of the ship, and because you have performed it so well, it whacks off of the ship and flies straight back at the laser turret, destroying it completely. You have completely ruined the laser turret. That was an absolutely fantastic idea. Congratulations. You have taken out the engines and you've taken out the weapons. Simple, right? Madge is in the back saying, "Well done, everybody! Fantastic work! Right, we're at a point where I think we're probably ready to go to the ship. So docking procedures are being initiated. So at this moment, the ship, Sir Julian, you do pilot the ship and manage to dock it into the enemy vessel." And are ready to breach in just a moment. So, as I say, you have just reached the docking area of the ship, and the enemy ship's doors are about to open. They're about to breach. The computer, fortunately, of the Raptor is able to do this. At this moment, Josh, I did say to you I would tell you the opportune moment where you might want to switch character.
To wait.
You're going to wait?
I have plans.
I have many plans, and they're all about to be ruined with what's about to happen next.
You're damn right.
I would like to ask you, as the doors begin to open, which order you are going into the ship in.
I think Virgil should go first. You know.
I'm smoking with the ship downstairs.
Can I kick Madge in front because he's been a useless bastard so far? He can use it as a meat shield instead.
Yes. As you push Madge in front, he says, just a moment. I have something for you here, and he pulls out the laser pistols that he mentioned to you earlier. These are stun and kill pistols, which are for each of you. You have your ethanol; it's ready to go.
Yes.
But just in case that doesn't do the job,
I have
you
a
also
shaker.
you have a cocktail shaker as well. So. Yes, you each now have a laser pistol if you so wish to use it.
Space revolver.
You do have a space revolver. That is absolutely true. You can dual wield.
I'll take two then. I'll have both.
You only get one.
I need two.
I'm afraid there isn't enough for two. You do only get one.
Right. Oh, this is dreadful. I'm glad you're going first now, Madge, because if you die, it doesn't really no loss.
Okay, well, Madge does enter first, but he's extremely clever and then steps to the side to allow the rest of
I was going to shoot Madge in the back and we could take the ship for ourselves.
Who I take it, Virgil, you were next as you pushed him in front, and then we will say Nan after that, followed by Sir Julian. As you come in to the ship, you notice it is very dark indeed. It's
I'm a f***ing robot.
Now we have to remember there is night vision from Virgil. There is night vision dunce from Sir Julian, and they can deploy it if they so wish. Nan, I'm going to make you roll for night vision.
Okay.
That is most certainly. Now you see, I was going to say lasers. Roll me a lasers, Nan, to see if you got night vision.
6.
The one thing you could roll that meant you didn't have it. Okay, Nan, you do not have night vision. So Julian, of course, you can deploy yours if you want to. Virgil, you have yours down. Now it is actually not completely black, just dark. So it is. You can see a little bit in front of you. Now, interestingly, the ship's interior is, as I say, dark, but it's also quite dank, cold. There's some sort of flickering lights going on. You notice almost immediately as a brick facade to this, and there's stone flag floors, along with a few cobwebs as well.
Right.
These are all aesthetic choices. There are no spiders in this part of the system, and of course, brick and stone have not been used for thousands of years for building. So these are all decisions that have been made by the occupants. You also notice, as you look up, that the lights have been disconnected purposefully. So you realise that. Roll me a feelings check for that.
5.
That means you get laser feelings. Oh my gosh!
I learned
Josh,
from the war.
you do
I accidentally stumbled into an interface.
It just recalibrates you.
Yeah. I'm more than. I won't allow you the interface. But what I will say is, what you do is you actually you hit the wall, and then you realise that you have suction on your feet, which will allow you to walk up the wall and do a cool flip. So you actually flip back over and do a little ta-da. So, however,
I get to ask you
also-
a question, bruh.
yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. You get to ask me a question. What would you like to ask me?
I would like to ask you, is there a sprinkler system on this ship?
Oh my god. This is. I'm actually going to say no, and that is because this. Oh god. Oh no. Why did I say that? No,
It's
I'm not going to
canon
change.
now.
I'm not going to change my answer because I've said it, and that is because there is a lot of water. There's a lot of electrics, and they don't want to get water into it. Now, Virgil and Julian, are you deploying your dark vision?
Of course.
Superb. Superb.
Yeah.
You can both see in front of you two things. First of all, an extremely bright light that actually, without your night vision on, would not be bright at all. Whoa, Jesus!
Oh, special effects.
But yeah, it looks extremely bright because of the night vision. It looks like there's something in the wall that is bringing out a bit of light. And the other thing, just past that, you do notice there is a rather strange figure that is moving in the background in the dark. And
Now, I think-
Nan, you have not seen this yet.
Now, we have seen it.
So, Julian, you have seen it.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cane, and I'm going to throw my cane at this reprobate.
How far away is the reprobate?
He's got a strong arm.
He's used to using it. With the cane throwing.
Do you know what? I'm actually going to allow this. He is fairly far away, but I think it is worth a try if you would like to. Okay, Sir Julian, I think I'm going to make this a feelings roll because you are going to have to put a hell of a lot of power to be able to get this cane to hit him. So please roll me.
Not really.
Feelings.
I mean, I'm used to doing it.
You were of course.
Times.
You were, of
not.
course, an Olympic javelin thrower at one point, I suspect. So
No, we just had a lot of land, just did a lot of throwing of canes when we were younger,
of course.
Every
You
day.
know, the dummy, instead he threw his cane out the pram.
Of course not. No, they were silver spoons. Gone. Right.
Okay. A feelings
2.
roll. A 2, that is a miss, I'm afraid. So you do throw your cane. It goes straight past this figure, and you see in the night vision, he looks over, and you realise, like, thinking, what the heck is going on? Picks it up, looks at it, and thinks, yeah, all right, I'll have that, and starts walking around with the cane. You can hear in the distance the little tink, tink, tink as he uses the cane to walk around with. I doubt this guy has ever seen anything like it before.
Not happy. Bloody hell.
Given that I suspect it's somewhat futuristic. Okay, you are in this corridor. Would you like to move towards this strange light that you are seeing?
I need to get my cane back.
Good. In that case, would you like to take the lead, Sir Julian?
No. Look, I'm the most important here, so I should be putting less risk.
Of course.
So is Madge still with us, by the way?
He is somewhat cowering behind you.
Well, Madge can go first.
I do
Man,
think
get your ass up here. Get in front.
Yes, of course. As captain of the ship, I suppose I should go first. Yes, absolutely. He takes a step forward, and you see one of the stone flags drop ever so slightly in a quick ka-chunk, and all of a sudden there is a hole in the wall that appears. Something has dropped away, and a hole in the wall has appeared. And it is quite obviously a point where a laser is about to shoot out. We will say it is going to fire at Julian. You will have to duck
grab
out.
Madge I grab Madge, hold him in front of me. I'm more important than him. Okay?
chaos.
This is going to be. I'm going to make this a feelings roll because I think
he's gonna feel it.
I think I
Yes,
think
he
he's going to
is.
feel it. Yes. Now, Julian, make me that roll.
Okay. Well, done this many a time. 6.
6. You've done putting people in danger many a time.
Yes,
Hundreds.
100%.
Hundreds of times. You know what I'm like. Bloody hell.
Oh my god. I absolutely love this. Madge does not know what the hell is going on as he is picked up by a man who he believed was not particularly strong, but Julian does pick him straight up and plonks him right in front as the laser hits him right in the chest. Luckily, Madge does have some pretty good armor on, and fortunately, whilst he does feel the hit, absolutely, and he's going to be winded for a moment, he has not taken any damage at this time, which is pretty damn lucky.
Brah, that was close, brah. If only there were 2 doctors here to look after you.
If only. But that's just not possible. He's as obviously the laser hits him, you hear him say, "Oh, my goodness, that hurt a lot." But I understand why you did it, Julian. Obviously, you saw the tactical advantage. I'm very well armored, and you are not currently. So I understand. It's
Do you know
okay.
what, Madge?
Let's continue.
Madge, I like you. I like you so much. Do you know what? You can call me. Bov.
Bov.
You're a good guy.
That's
Good guy.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. I will call you. I will call you that once I can breathe properly. Thank you.
Call me it now.
Bov.
Perfect. Well done.
Okay. Okay. You continue down the hallway. Perhaps it's a good idea to check for any traps. Would you like to do so?
All right, D&D.
Well, I think Madge should check for traps.
Roll him down the corridor.
Yeah, Madge, you're armored.
Madge, you know, you're not
Come on.
important. I'm a
Rolling
pilot.
down the corridor.
In fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll grab him like this and go
Yep.
1, 2, 3. And I'll launch him through.
As he flies through the air, hits the ground, and you see a second stone flag drop. Another laser comes out. A third stone flag drops, and a third laser comes out. But he is moving so quickly at this point that he does not get hit by any of those lasers. This was a really good idea from you.
Somehow.
Made you roll for it, but I love it. So yes,
Free
that was-
pass. Is that
I
what you'd
think
call
so.
a hall pass?
I think so. I will allow it this once. All
It was a
all
long
the
shot.
all the traps,
Hey.
all the traps have been set off. There are no more left. Would you like to continue down the corridor?
I go back to the
perhaps-
ship.
No. Leave Madge
My
here.
job here is done.
You haven't done anything.
I carry on.
I need my
just-
cane.
You continue down the hallway, and you do see, as I say, this strange figure in front of you. You, first of all, you're going to turn to your left to have a look at what this strange light was, and it's a man asleep in a chair.
I offer him a
And-
drink.
Okay. As you do so, you put forward your ethanol. I take it.
No, cocktail shaker.
Oh, okay. You have your cocktail shaker. Okay. You.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay. And you put forward the cocktail shaker to offer him a drink, and you realise, boom, there's a screen there. You have realised that this is not actually real. You are looking at a screen right here. This is a projection of a man sleeping, and around it there is a picture frame. And you hear from a dark area of the corridor a wizened voice say, "Don't disturb it."
I think we should disturb it, find what it needs, I need my cane.
Where did your
If I had my cane, I'd throw it right now.
Why not?
This wizened character steps forward for a moment, realizes that you have made him after him saying that, and thinks, "I better bolt out of here." He does drop the cane, and he does begin to run down the corridor, looking to take a corner to the left. What would you like to do?
Well,
I
that
take
worked out
one of my
pretty well,
guns
didn't it?
that is set on stun, not my space revolver, but the other gun. Just go. They always run, and I'll shoot him with this on stun.
That is a lasers roll for you, Virgil, please.
All right. 3.
That is excellent. That's a laser feelings as well. You hit him perfectly in the back, and he drops to the floor. He is going to be out for a while from the looks of things.
Mm-hmm.
What question would you like to ask me?
Who's the guy in the chair?
It is, as I said, a screen. This is something that they have purposely put there again as an aesthetic. It is nobody. He's looks like a very old man, just sleeping, and he is basically just for there as a visual and nothing else. He does not bring anything to the ship at all. So it is very strange to have something like this here. It's almost as if they're trying to make me.
He's real to me.
I tell you
Make me
what, while you're there, Nan, can I have one as well?
Of course.
make me a lasers roll, and we'll decide how this works.
That would be 2.
You are successful, and that means you punch straight through the screen, completely destroying this what was supposed to be a rather nice picture.
Poor.
pouring the drink straight into the electrics, and sparks begin to fly.
There's no sprinklers in here.
Who decided that? What a fool.
So I've started a small electrical fire.
Yeah. Fortunately, it does not catch. But you have made this dark corridor somewhat darker. You now have a wizened gentleman who has been stunned. At this moment, you're not going to be able to ask him any questions, I don't think. Perhaps you would like to check through his pockets and bits and pieces and see what he has.
I mean, let's Madge can check, because there might be something. Might be a booby trap.
Madge, you conscious?
Madge,
Just wave a gun at him.
Madge,
I like how Madge is our butler now.
Madge, come here.
Madge.
Come here, Madge.
Madge is just about conscious in the corner and does manage to wake himself up. He obviously hit the end of the corridor with quite a meaty thud when you threw him down the corridor to get rid of all the traps. But he's sort of back with it again, and does hear you say, "Can you check his pockets?"
Check pockets.
But we get to keep this up. Come on.
Which he absolutely does. There is very little in there. There's a strange stick, which he waves around a little bit and doesn't really know what to do with it. There is a name. It looks like this guy was called Neville. And you realise he's wearing a dark cloak and basically nothing else. Not a huge amount of clues there.
I will take the stick.
You'll take the stick. Excellent.
It makes up my cane.
Okay, fine. No worries.
Substitution, but
the cane is on the floor right next to this wizened
two
Neville.
canes.
Yeah.
So you're canes.
Sure.
If you would like, it is just basically a stick, a very small stick. But if you would like it, then yes, you can have it.
I would like the stick.
And you leave. I suppose you leave Neville there and take this corner to the left, which I suppose, as Madge is furthest forward, he will begin with. You immediately realise that you've hit a lift, and what has most likely happened is this Neville character has disabled the doors. The lift itself looks like it's still working, but the doors are currently shut, and you will be unable to move any further forward without opening them.
Madge, open the lift.
I'm going to roll for this. Madge is going to try and open the lift using feelings, and he rolled a 1. That is possibly the worst he could have rolled. He is completely unable. They do not even budge. He's giving it everything he possibly can do.
Do you even lift
Look,
open?
I think you need someone with a strong left arm because of all that cane throwing.
Would anyone else like to try the door? It sounds like perhaps Virgil and Julian, you're putting yourselves forward. But yeah, all right. Let's. Why don't you take one door each? I think this is a feelings roll for both of you.
Oh ho ho ho! 3.
Layers of feelings. And Julian, what have you rolled?
A 6.
A 6. Superb. So you're successful as well. Both the doors, boom, open very nicely indeed. Virgil, you have a question.
How many more hits can Madge take?
It's a valid
He
question.
He is, as I say, rather well armoured. He can probably take another...
What about in the head?
Madge,
Shooting
get in the
head.
lift.
He's, yeah, as I say, rather well armoured. I would say 4 to 5 hits before he's he's in trouble. He may even be able to take more, but with the armour he's got on, you can see, apart from a few scuffs from where you've thrown him down, and of course taking that laser hit, he seems to be, fairly with it now.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. You have opened the lift. Fantastic, and well done. The lift is there to use. What would you like to do?
Madge? Push Madge in. Madge, get in the lift.
Madge becomes a lift operator and says, "What floor, sir?"
Can we get some lift music, please?
Madge does walk in as instructed, despite the fact he is captain.
Not anymore.
Mutiny.
He was mutiny as soon as we stepped onto the ship.
Don't you realise I'm a fugitive from the law?
He walks in expecting something terrible to happen, and rather trembling in his boots. But nothing does. Nothing does.
Madge is going to have PTSD after this mission.
This is
Can we
indeed.
trap Madge in the lift?
This is a. I mean, do you want to trap Madge? By the way, this is the only way to continue the adventure. Do you want to trap Madge in the lift?
I'll jump in, it's done.
No. Let's get in.
We'll get in the lift.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get in.
Okay. And as I say, Madge does say, "What floor, sir? What would you like?" There are only 2 buttons, one for the current floor and one for the floor above.
Down?
He does press the down button a few times, but unfortunately, he doesn't seem to want to go. So he does eventually press the up, and you rise to the second floor. The doors shut and go, and you hear the
This
music.
mission is wrong on so many levels.
Oh my god, that's awful. How can I stop you? Like, I want to give you negative dice rolls for the next time. The doors have shut, and you hear the music.
Madge, you can't sing, shut up.
It is Madge singing as well. And then the doors do reopen, and you see in front of you a very short corridor, followed by what is actually quite a large wooden door. What would you like to do?
Madge?
Oh dear.
Madge, shut the door.
I think Madge, yeah.
I'm never giving you guys NPCs again. Everything you do from now on is going to be barren wastelands. That's it.
Till then,
Okay.
Madge.
Okay. Madge
Basically.
Madge says, "Yes, of course, masters. Yes, I will absolutely do everything."
We've given him Stockholm Syndrome.
He walks to the door, nothing happens. It does seem like it is just a corridor on this occasion. And
That was lucky.
yeah, he waits at the door. He says, guys, I obviously not knowing what's in there. But I'm ready to open the doors for you to breach and clear when you're ready. So at this moment, I'm superb. I'm just going to ask you who will be going in first.
I'll go
second,
in
and third.
first.
Oh,
You're going first. Nan is first.
Oh, what a surprise!
I'll go after.
Virgil second, and Julian, you're third.
I'm going
I
last.
think Madge has sort of had so much of a bad time that he wants to sort of watch the rear and make sure that nothing bad happens. So he is at the back as he opens the door for you.
Human shield.
And and you realise that he opens up this rather big wooden door into a room that to you seems to be like a cathedral. Again, it's obviously been put together, despite it being an obvious metal ship. It's been put together as a facade to look as much like a cathedral as possible. There is a chandelier on the roof, and underneath that they have made some candle holograms that float near the ceiling. There are 4 long tables, and above each one there is a flag for a lion, a snake, a raven, and a badger. Perhaps I'm ringing some bells. And at the end of these tables, of course with chairs, at the end of these tables there are 3 figures that you would think might be elders, and they seem to be guarding something. It's a black electronic box. It doesn't look like it's of this time at all. They immediately realise who you are and that you have entered a place that you should have not.
I walk up to them and offer them a drink.
I'm glad to hear it, because they are not happy to see you, and they say, "Get out of this place."
I walk up to them. I'm like, "Hello."
We do not want your drinks. We are here as guarders, as keepers of the collection. You shall not come any further.
I am going to throw my cane.
Superb. I am more than happy for you to do that.
I'm going to put a bit of spin on it as well.
Bit of spin.
In the garden, you know.
Now, I made you roll feelings for this last time. I think I'll do that again, Sir Julian. So please roll me a feelings.
4.
4. That is a laser feelings as well.
Yes.
You now you said you're putting some spin on it. I love the idea. You are going to hit. Now you have 3 people to aim for. You have 1 in the middle, slightly higher up, and then 1 either side who are just slightly lower down. Seems like the one in the middle is obviously in charge. You have 3 to aim for. Who do you want?
I think the one in the middle.
The one in the middle. Boom! Oh my goodness! It takes it. I actually hurt. It takes.
Wow.
It takes he takes a huge hit on the head, and he and I both begin to bring a large lump to the top of the head. You have most certainly caused him an injury, and he seems to be very dazed, as do I. At this moment, Madge realizes what's going on. He sees that this is about to hit a combat situation, and he thinks, "I'm coming in. I'm going to be a hero."
Hold on.
I
got a number 4.
You did. I'm sorry. Yes, please ask your question first.
Do we want to kill these people, and are they dangerous, and do they have a use? I know that's more than one question, but there you go. Pick a question.
Which one do you want me to answer?
Are they useful to us?
No.
Oh,
Great.
No.
okay.
As I said before, Madge decides he's coming in and he wants to be a hero. He seems to have built up some courage, and he pulls out 2 lasers that he has and dual wields and starts firing shots off, a heck of a lot of shots, and enough of them hit these 3 elders that they all fall to the ground.
I put the shaker on the table and pour in some ethanol and start giving it to mix and go, "Do you want a blizzard, Harry? Oh, you're dead."
What an interesting thing you say. I take it, Josh. You said Harry because as you look down and notice the man that was in the centre drop, his name tag falls off, and it does indeed say Harry. You also notice two other name tags. There's a very withered woman whose name tag says Hermione. There's and also another man. Obviously, none of these have a lot of hair, but this guy is somewhat ginger, and he does have the name Ron. Captain Madge steps forward and past these three figures on the floor and walks over to this black box. There's a button on it. There's a button that he presses. It's a triangle, and underneath it, there's a rectangle. He presses the button, and something comes out. A silver disc. He picks it up, and he says, "My goodness, these things are incredibly valuable. I mean, real collector's items. You know, it's incredible that we managed to get them there. These guys are so into their Harry Potter collections that they turned it into a religion. You know, they read the texts all the time. They watch the film all the time. But this is the last known collection for Harry Potter in the entire universe. An incredibly valuable collection. I'll come to you in just a moment as he puts that into his pocket. And Virgil, you have a question.
So where's the boy in this?
I love your question because the next thing that happens is a communicator goes off. It's in the top pocket of Captain Madge. She pulls out, flicks open. There's a figure that comes up, a light blue figure. And he says, "Captain Madge, how are things going? Have you managed to find my child?" Madge says, Oh, no, yes, of course. I have it right here. I have a Blu-ray for Blu-ray.
Oh, no.
Puts the disc back into his pocket. Yes, in fact, it turns out there is not a child, and the child is, in fact, actually just the disc that they were after. As I say, he pockets it. At that moment, Ray says, "Are the others still with you?" Madge says, "Oh yes, gosh, they've given me such a hard time. I've tried to sort of help out and somewhat be friends with them, but they are horrible, horrible people. Well, one of them's been drinking ethanol. It's crazy." Ray has turned into a rather stern-looking man, and he looks up at Madge and says, "I think I know what we're going to do with these three. What is it they say in the Harry Potter films? Kill the spares?" The communicator shuts off.
I think can we hear this?
You can hear all of this.
Oh, we can.
You can hear all of this. As the communicator shuts off, Captain Madge's face turns to pure delight as he realises what he has just been told. Oblivious. He does. I love this. He is extremely happy. He puts the communicator back in his pocket and begins to pull out his two guns again. At this exact moment, Harry, the middle elder, is you realise is sort of twitching and just about alive. At which point he says, "Self-destruct sequence activate." And the computer comes back and says, "Self-destruction in 3 minutes." Madge has got his guns out and he says, "Fun's over, boys." Shoots 2 more shots at Harry, who is now dead. And at this moment, you are hearing a countdown for self-destruction. Captain Madge begins to turn guns towards you, and I'm going to ask you to roll for initiative.
I'm going to grab Nan and use him as a shield.
You're going to have to roll for initiative before you can do anything, I'm afraid.
All right.
So please tell me what rolls you get. I'm going to do the same for Madge. Virgil got a 1, was that?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I got a 5.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Both got 5.
Both 5. You can both decide who wants to go first.
Hey, Bov, how good are you at shooting?
I mean, you can call me Sir Julian, but I'm ruddy good.
Sir Julian,
I'm ruddy good.
How good are you at shooting? Would you mind shooting this? I chuck the ethanol bottle out at Madge.
So I take it you're going first. Now, I'm not actually going to allow you to do this, Josh, because I have rolled a 6.
Oh. We'll do that in a minute.
Exactly. So in actual fact, we are going to allow for Madge to go first. It sounds like to me that Nan, you're going to be going second, and Julian going third. Madge is obviously looking at the two of you, or the three of you, and he's trying to decide who treated him the worst. I wonder.
I mean, we set it up well for you, let's be honest. He's a valid reason to betray us.
He turns one gun. You did set it up perfectly.
Man. You're gonna grab man.
You cannot do that. It is not your initiative term. He turns a gun at Julian, and he turns a second gun towards Nan. And he's going to fire off 2 shots. And he's going to roll for both of those. That is 1 hit. That is a hit on Julian. And also a hit on Nan. Julian, you are going to take a shot to the shoulder. And you are
my
going to be feeling
right
that.
shoulder.
I was touching the left, but you can have the right if you want.
I would like the right.
Doesn't translate over
right.
webcam.
No, that's true. I just realised me and you are reversed, so that's great. You can have the right shoulder. That's totally fine. He hits you in the right shoulder, and you're going to feel that one. That is not a nice shot, and will most likely need some sort of medical attention.
Give me some ethanol to put on it.
Nan, you are taking a shot in the leg.
I used to be an adventurer.
And then you took a shot to the knee. As
I sit there and go.
As you realise that, okay, you are really obviously that is something that would have hurt if you were human.
I'm not
Luckily,
real.
it doesn't hurt, but you do realise that there are a few neurons and things that are damaged. We are coming on to Nan. So it sounded like you had an idea, but is that what you want to do?
How far away is he?
He is, I would say, about 10 foot.
10 feet. How big is the bottle of ethanol?
I mean, should we put a size on it?
Pretty big.
Yeah, let's say pretty big. I'm not going to call a size here. Let's say pretty big.
I walk forward with the bottle of ethanol and my gun in my hand, and I shoot the bottle of ethanol blank range in his face.
Okay.
I don't miss.
Wow.
Okay. I'm just thinking about how badly you're damaged in all this, because let's now, okay, whilst I love the idea of the blank range, I am still going to make you roll for this, because we need to see exactly how well or badly this goes. This, to me, sounds like you've planned this out, so I think this is going to be a lasers roll.
Okie dokie. Can I have 2 for preparation? S'il vous plaît. I do have a big bottle of ethanol I've been planning on using for the whole game.
Okay, I'll allow that. You can have 2 dice, yes.
I so want it to work.
So you're 2 dice.
That's a 3 and a 2.
3 and a 2. That is a success. Superb. So you shoot the bottle of ethanol. I take it you have it in one hand and you have the gun.
Oh, yes.
Okay. You shoot the bottle of ethanol. Now, the vast majority does hit Madge rather hard. Burns and blisters begin to form on his face and arms and legs. He is screaming in pain. And obviously not enjoying himself at all. He's certainly taken a rather heavy hit from that. He, in fact, even some has gotten into his eyes, so he has extremely red eyes and has somewhat blurred vision. I will also say, though, that a little bit has also gotten onto you as well and begun to melt. The clothes that you were wearing, they're beginning to look tattered and a little bit. I
laugh
a little bit. I want to hear it.
Looks like Voldemort has entered the chat. just for the sake of it, I would say this is where I switch because I've just blown myself up.
Okay. Okay, you would like to
So this
switch
is where
and
the switch
become
would happen.
rot. Am I correct?
Yes, because my
and-
foot's just rotting away.
Wonderful. And just for everybody at home, that will mean laser feelings number is now 2.
Now I'm a
that's
really medic.
Julian, you are next. You are looking at a android that has, for some reason, just completely switched into somebody different to the person you knew, and you're looking at a man.
Reason, man, I'm a fire.
Bloody hell.
You're also looking at a man who is looking severely burnt, and most of his hair's falling out. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna get my my cane,
Of course.
which I picked up, of course,
Yes.
and I am gonna ram it right into Madge's eye.
Oh my gosh! That's extremely graphic. All right, I'm going to make you describe this if you get this. That I think feels like very much of feelings. You're going very, very hard on the feelings side of things. I reckon.
Left-handed, of course, because I've been shot in the
You have
right.
been shot in the right shoulder, which of course on the camera looks like this side to you guys. But yes, go ahead.
5.
5. That is
Yeah.
a success. You're going to ram a wooden cane into this poor man's
melting
eye.
man's eyes.
He's already, as you can imagine, red all over. His eyes are very,
Probably
very
dead.
bloodshot. He's not dead, but he's not feeling well. And you are about to do something rather horrific. Please describe what you're doing.
Now, I take my muscly left arm from cane throwing and ram it down, go straight down, right in the left eye.
Okay.
And it actually is so powerful that it goes straight through his head. It's a pointy cane.
No, I won't allow it to go straight through his head.
Okay.
But
Wow.
it will go behind the eye socket. I will certainly allow to that point. And he is, he's completely blind in the left eye.
Really?
So,
Oh no!
surprisingly,
And on fire.
and on, exactly. Yeah, he is not.
He has
feeling,
not had a good adventure at all.
I will say that he would look cool with an eye patch. So
If I get another go, he won't have a chance.
we're coming on to Virgil. What would you like to do?
I'm going to run up to him, and then I'm going to Sparta kick him.
Oh, okay. I'm
He's
loving the
not
sound
having
of
a
this.
good day.
And as I'm
is
doing this,
not.
I'll shout, "This is space!"
I am loving this.
And I'm gonna, and he's just go flying and hopefully pierce something. I don't know.
I mean, how could this be anything less than feelings?
Yeah. 6.
6, that is most certainly a feelings roll.
Devastation.
So absolutely, you do in fact connect rather beautifully with what foot are you going with?
The right.
The right, okay. You connect rather beautifully with the right foot, and he does go flying back, hitting his head on the wooden door. And most certainly feeling that as well. Fortunately, because of the kick, it means that the cane has come out of his eye, so at least he doesn't have that stuck wiggling his brain.
So it's Julian just stood there with brain on the end of his stick.
Yeah, we are exactly at that point. You have a little bit of brain matter on the end of your stick, and poor Mr. Madge is feeling rather ill. He is very annoyed, as you can imagine.
How is he not dead?
Ooh. He is so close, but he is going to try and take another shot. He wants to take some of you with him. Now, the two closest people to him, given that he only has one eye, are Julian and Virgil. So he still luckily has both pistols, and he's going to take a shot at each of you. And I'm going to roll for those, and I'm going to drop it on the floor. He misses you, Virgil. And he does connect with you, Julian.
seems right, to be fair.
Yeah, that seems fair. Do you know what he is going to do? Because he only has the one eye, his aim is not going to be too great, and he's going to shoot your cane. Unfortunately, it's going to break in half as he shoots it, which unfortunately means perhaps you'll have to look for a new cane.
No, I've got 2 canes now. Actually, I've got 3.
Sure, you have a wand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you realise that you have half a cane. You have essentially 3 sticks now.
So you're 3 sticks.
So you're 3 sticks. Fortunately, you haven't taken any damage from it, but I can imagine you're emotionally very hurt. We're going to come back round to Rot, in fact, who has joined us. Rot,
Yes.
the surfer bro. What would you like to do? And would you perhaps even like to say a few things?
Okay, so where is he? He's been kicked across the room.
He is extremely unwell.
He's extremely unwell.
He has one eye. He at least got revenge on the cane, and he is perhaps very close to death. What would you like to do?
Oh, dear.
I wander around aimlessly and accidentally tread on him.
Oh, no.
I mean, given the fact that you have just gone through a transformation, I'm more than happy to say that you are a rather heavy android, shall we say? And I think that is something that would cause a lot of pain to a human. So if you want to roll, I mean, I can't give you lasers on that. It's going to have to be feelings.
So above 2 and above, right?
2 and above.
5.
Of course, it's a 5. You have just killed Captain Madge, and I want you, Rot, to tell me exactly how that happens.
So, patting myself down frantically for the rest of the fire, I'm walking around and not really paying any attention, and suddenly I just hear a crunch, and I'm like, red. And I look at my foot, and it's just dripping.
What have you stepped on? What part have you stepped on?
I feel like I've accidentally stepped straight on the rib cage and gone straight through the chest cavity.
I mean, that is horrific. You have managed to kill Captain Madge. Congratulations. I'm afraid to say that at the moment where you put your foot through his ribs, you have unfortunately completely shattered the Blu-ray that he had in his pocket. The communicator that Madge had in his pocket is still on the floor from where the Spartan kick happened. It dropped out of his pocket and hit the floor, and Blu-ray appeared again. He's realised that the Blu-ray disc is destroyed, and he is not a happy bunny. He says the following. He says, "You idiots! You've destroyed it! It was the most priceless thing in the star system! You fools! This is not the last you've heard of Blu-ray." The communicator goes dead. And at this moment, you hear a computer voice in the background say, "Self-destruct in 1 minute."
Oh, I forgot that was going down.
May I suggest, run.
Oh, no need to rush, guys.
I run.
You run? Okay.
I surf.
Do you know what I'm imagining? I'm imagining those kids in like a dance or something. When you skid, you run and then you skid for a bit, and then you run and skid a bit
My
more.
foot is so slick with human chest matter that I skate along.
I'm thinking exactly that. I take it, Virgil and Julian, are you thinking the same thing, to run?
Well, before I start running, I'm just going to check the stick that I picked up.
Yep.
I'm just going to give it a wave and see if it does something.
Oh.
It does not. I'm afraid to tell you. It has no magical properties. It is just a stick. and nothing else.
But it has a retail value of $9.99.
Absolutely, it does. It does.
Last one shit dies.
All right.
Well, I think I should run.
Superb. Okay. Well, you all absolutely book it out of the enemy ship as you get back into the SS Raptor. You hear from the computer. I'm aware that the enemy ship is about to self-destruct. Would you like me to close? Would you like me to leave and hit light speed?
In-game.
No. No.
Two.
No. I'm manual.
In-game. That's what the computer says.
That's fine. I'm cool with
I
that.
fly manually.
The computer is having malfunction problems.
We better fly then, Bob. Oh no, wait,
yes,
I'm not him anymore.
If Sir Julian would like to take the helm,
I've
he
done
most
this
certainly can.
Many a time, hundreds
Superb.
of times.
I'm going to allow you to do this to disengage from the enemy ship, and as you do so, you turn around and realise that the ship itself was actually called the SS Dumbledore. Sir Julian, count us down to light speed, please.
10.
Stop. All three of you, make me a feelings roll.
Oh.
1.
1.
2.
Oh no!
We failed miserably.
All of us failed.
All three of you hear the countdown from Julian. Just give us a 3, 2, 1, will you?
Go!
Go. Fantastic. And the light speed hits. Smash cut 2. Neville wakes up from his stunning earlier from Virgil. And he is just coming round and he's hearing some alarms. He's hearing a few different things. Sounds like the ship is not well, but he's too in his own head at the moment and thinking, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I came across a real threat and I managed to survive. I've got a headache. I was expecting to die, but I'm alive. I'm almost unscathed. I don't have my wand, but I really must be the luckiest man in the universe. As the entire ship self-destructs and little bits of Neville go flying off into space.
Beautiful.
And that is where we will end this adventure.
What an ending.
Well done, everyone.
So hang on,
You-
what would
How did we
what would have
survive?
happened if we got the feelings roll there?
You would have remembered that he was on the ship, but not been able to do anything about it.
So we just would have felt guilty. That was a great roll.
Yeah,
Then.
yeah. So you didn't feel guilty.
Well
You
done,
rolled
team.
not to feel guilty. Well done. Yes, I very much enjoyed that, and I hope you all did.
It's the most fun.
It really
Yeah,
was.
brilliant.
I am so very much up for doing this again, both running it or if one of you wants to take on that role, I'm happy to play a character as well.
Wow,
because
I think we've got a David West D&D one shot to come.
we do.
Yeah.
I'm going to start working
Harry
on
Potter based?
something. Harry Potter based. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Draco.
Please don't-
I'm related to Draco.
Please don't come for us, Warner Brothers.
Superb. Well, I hope everybody at home enjoyed that. This is goodbye for this Lasers and Feelings session, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Everybody say goodbye.
From me, Sir Julian Precise Bobbington Smythe, I hope to see you soon.
From Virgil
Over to you.
Longshot, see y'all.
Rah, that was pretty rare, brah. And then Nan finally chips in and says, maximum chaos.
Shall I? I'm going to call this entire episode Maximum Chaos.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be called. So it's going to be called. You heard it here first.